Everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 305. And I'm going to play with some new stuff today. I have an amazing new mask, and the mask is humongous. So I want to play with that. We also have the new scalloped. Well, I say we, these aren't available yet unless you're a demonstrator, because we could pre-order them. But if you want them now, you could always join my team and put them in your starter kit. There's always that. Or you can just wait till May when these things go live. But I wanted to play with them, you know, to get you as excited as I am. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So welcome. So yeah, so we're going to play with some new stuff. A new in color. I mean, I'm also going to pull in some stuff that has been around a while. But I'm just going to have some fun today, now that my studio is clean and I can think. So thanks so much for all the notes and the emails. I am very blessed by having a big studio. When I used to do classes here, it was awesome. It was set up way different than the video the other day. I used to have banquet tables, and I mean, we'd have so many people in here, but now it's just, you know, I don't do, you know, in-person stuff anymore. So it's just basically set up for, you know, for me to work in and grow my plants and you know, just have space. So anyways, all right, so I think that's all I wanted to blab about. If you are new during the video premiere, I will be in the chat room today, so head on over there. I'll be with my friends. Otherwise, if you are watching a replay and you have a question or a comment, just leave it below, and then YouTube will let me know and reach out to you. Friday for my Di shorts, I might just do like a little quick live from the cabin up. If I think we should have Wi-Fi service. I don't know. Maybe I should tape something before we go. We'll see. It'll be a surprise for everybody. All right, so let's get started before I talk your ear off. So close your eyes for a second while I get my camera adjusted. Okay, so we're going to play with a few things. So this is one of the dies, or not die, it's a mask. This is water and dotted lines decorative mask. Now this is the water one, and this is the dot one, and I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I need that. And then what else are we going to play with today? All right, and then these are the scalloped window boxes. So I want one of those. And when I was showing the catalog flip through, I was just looking at the tag on the boxes, and it didn't say food safe, so I wasn't sure. But in the catalog, it does say that these are food safe. All right, so let's get this going. And I'm going to, I want to make sure you can see. All right. And then I just have some Post-it note tape. And I'm going to Post-it note my mask down. Okay, so hopefully, like you can see, there's the little window. Oops, don't get it on the box, Diana. All right, so I'm just putting this down, and it will stick a little bit through those holes. Just to kind of keep it from moving. And it will also help hold down that little box as well. Put one more piece. All right. And this is, like I said, just masking, not masking, Post-it note masking. All right. And I'm going to use the new hydrangea hue. So these are new pads. So these pads are only going to be in the new in colors. They're not going to be all the pads. I kind of wish like we had a choice because I really like these magnet ones. So it just kind of goes like boop, like that. And then I'm just going to kind of put it, hang on a minute. Let me get all my blends over there. I'm going to move this over here off of the, off of this. All right, and then I have a little blending brush, and then I'm simply, like you can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. Move my thing over a little bit. All right, so now you can kind of see me a little bit better. All right. Because I don't want to go too high up because then you really can't see. So, okay. So I'm just going to, just like we do with the other ink pad, so I'm just going to, you know, get some ink on there. And then we're just going to come over and put it into the box. And I'm going to just kind of avoid the window on the box. So it's going to be like light and dark. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to make it darker in areas and lighter in areas. So I'm just holding this through, even though I taped it, I'm still kind of holding it with my hand. So we're going to do the whole little box. So it takes, I should have probably used like a bigger blending brush. But I had a little baby one clean, so I didn't have to wash it. So I could make it its own hydrangea hue. We finally moved, speaking of hydrangeas, I moved them outside underneath the tree and put them in the ground. A few of them came up, and they did smell beautiful, and a few didn't, so I was like, well, next year, if I do them again, I might buy different ones that don't have to go in the refrigerator for so long, if that's at all possible. And maybe I'll have a little bit more luck. And then I might put them in dirt instead of rocks and water. I'd never done hydrangeas before, but they did smell nice. But all right. So I'm just making sure I have a little bit of hydrangea hue all over the box. And I think I have pretty much got it all over. But then what I want to do is I want to go in to certain areas darker. So like some of the box will be like darker than other places. So I'm going to really add a lot here. And then it'll go kind of light. And then we'll put a little bit dark here. And then when I fold it all together, I mean, you might not see a lot of that, but so that's kind of dark. This is kind of dark. And then you'll just be able to really see that water, the water mask. All right, and then I'm just gonna put my lid on, or my bottom, whatever, easy peasy. All right, and then I'm just going to peel this off. And then I will just take this into the sink and rinse it off later. I mean, I'm not going to do that now, but I'll just go rinse that off later. So I'm just sticking it behind me. But look how cool this looks. Now, it's called Water and Dots, but to me, this looks like it could almost be a giraffe. So we're going to have fun with the Silly Safari. And we're going to use the giraffe. Now, this is my friend Sherry's $1 million set. So you can still get this. And we're going to do the little giraffe. And we're going to do the It's Your Day, Go Wild. Because this is not the regular giraffe colors. But that's okay. You know, it's her birthday. So she dressed up. All right, I'm also going to use the new Scalloped Blooms. And look how big these are. Because when you look at them here, they don't look big, right? But when you open them up, oh my gosh, they are humongous. So that's what we're going to use. Now, I just put a magnet thing in there that does not come with it. All right. And if you want those, I have a link on my blog. If you go to my blog, on the top it says my favorite things. You can find them there. All right, so let's get our little box. All right, so I'm just going to let that sit and dry a little bit before we mess with it. So while that's drying, let's do our little giraffe. Okay. So I'm just going to make my scallop kind of have those two bumps on the top. All right. Does it matter? Not really. All right, so I have my memento because we are going to color with the blends. So that's It's Your Day, Go Wild. And I'm going to put that up here. Like that. And then we have our cute little giraffe. I have to stand up to stamp her so I can do it straight. Okay, so her head kind of nestles in that greeting. So cute! Look at her. It's like she's looking up. All right, so I don't need my ink pad anymore. All right, now I want her to dry before I color. So let's put our box together. Now this is a no glue box. So all we have to do is just fold on all the scores. So I like to get my scores ready. So the box knows what I expect of it. Now you could crease it, you know, with the bone folder and all that, but it's pretty good. All right, so we're gonna bring our flaps in. So these go in like this, and then there's these little grooves that those go into, and then this pops up. Just like that. So see, you've got these little legs almost, so they go like that. Now I didn't put anything in my box because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So we're just leaving it empty. We're just decorating it. All right, and then we're gonna bring this over. Now these little flaps go inside, like that. And then so does this front one. So it goes inside. Just like that. Cute, cute, cute. And then you have this little, little doohickey, so you can lift it up. All right, so we'll set that aside till we are ready for it. All right, so let's bring our cute little giraffe over. And let's put some, I'm like, look, here we go. Dark pool party. So I'm gonna go dark pool party. Let me straighten myself up here. All right. So we're gonna go do dark pool party around and then it will just look like, there's sky, and I'm just kind of going all around. All right. Now pool party is hard to see. I always say that and then I use it, but see, it comes across as almost like gray, but you can see it's on there. All right. And then let's do our, oh, somebody told me what these were. These little horny things. Oh my, Diana, did you really just say that? The little antlers. All right, so that's 400 and then 600. Like that. Okay. And then we'll take Flirty Flamingo and we'll add some Flirty Flamingo right here on that ear and also in the mouth. And I'm gonna put a little, tiny little bit on the cheek area. All right. And then since I did the hydrangea hue, we're gonna have her decorated for like her birthday party or whatever. So she's gonna be like, there is no giraffe this color. But when we are our own artist, we can have our animals be any color we want. So I'm gonna go light gray granite so that she's gonna be like a white giraffe. But I don't wanna not color her. So I'm just gonna put light gray granite around, and that will give her some color, but I'm not going to color her all in. So we're just putting a little here and there, and that just gives her a little shadow, so it just makes her look like she's a white giraffe. I am going to put a tiny little bit of balmy blue above her eye. I think that just brightens the eye a little bit by putting that on there. And then we're going to go hydrangea hue on her spots. So this is dark hydrangea. And then when you see how cute she is, we'll be wishing that there was such a little animal because she is adorable. All right, so that's dark hydrangea. And then I'll go in and finish it with the light. These aren't as close of a color as some of the colors. So I'm going to go back in with my dark and just kind of put a little bit on the edge there. Okay. See, look how cute! She's so adorable! My gosh, she's so stinking cute. And I left a little white on some of the circles. Okay, her spots. All right, now what I want to do is I want to put a belly band on here. So I just cut myself a 10 by 1 inch strip of hydrangea hue. And I'm going to have this open up like a book. Like you would usually go like this, but we've got these little feet here, so we kind of have to avoid those feet. So I'm just going to have it open like a book. So we're going to come up here, and I'm going to have this be kind of in the center. And give myself my first crease. Because I don't, like, I'm just kind of using the box as my guide. The only thing I measured was the 10 by 1 inch. I'm not measuring like, oh, that is whatever inch or whatever. I'm just using the box. All right, so we had that on there. Then I'm going to wrap it. And then I'm just going to kind of go, so I give myself a little crease there. And then I'm going to fold it. But I'm going to use the lines of my strip to make sure it's straight. Okay, bring it back. Then I'll do the same thing. I'm going to just give it a light crease. And again, use that strip to make that be straight. And then my bone folder to give it a good crease. And put it back. And then we'll do the same thing right here. Give it a crease. And then we have our little belly band. So our little belly band's going to go on there like this. Like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, kind of lift it up like that. I'm going to use my green tip glue. And I'm going to put a little green tip glue here. And a little green tip glue here. And then that they'll just catch each other. And just make sure that your strip lines up, your edges. Just kind of hold it for a second so that it can really, adhere. Because then we'll take it off and really squeeze it, but I just want to make sure it's got itself pretty much tacked together. And then we'll slide it off. So you want to slide it off this way because remember, we have those feet on the other side. And I think they would catch. All right. And then just give it a squeeze. And then this way, by doing it with the fold here, it allows your belly band to be nice and clean all the way around. And then our giraffe is going to go here. So that's going to cover the little split. All right, so that's probably good and glued. All right, so we're just going to slide that back on. Slide slide that on and just kind of have it be in the center. And then our little giraffe's going to go on there. Now we are hiding the window because when the person slides the belly band off, then they'll see what their surprise is, whatever we decide. All right, so let me get some dimensionals. Get some big ones. I have 100 packs of little ones. Here we go. All right, so let's put three little dimensional. Well, I mean they're big, but 3 dimensionals on there. Then we'll bring our giraffe over. And then I'm just kind of looking at the It's Your Day. And that looks pretty centered to me. So now we can slide our belly band on and off. Put our little treat in. But I do want to put a little bling. Because I didn't do any ribbon or anything like that. So I'm going to use the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. And I'm going to use the white ones. But isn't that so cute? Oh my God, I love that hydrangea hue. It is a beautiful color. It's like a bluish purple. All right, so 1, 2, and it comes across on the, like when I'm looking at it on my my screen, it comes across more blue. I don't know what your screen, like it just depends on how your monitor or your phone, how the colors are set, but it is more of a purpley blue color. So anyways, but look how cute that is. All right, so, and then you'll just slide this off, put the present in, and then I just love having that, so it's kind of hidden, and it's just so cute. So I did one ahead of time. I had some time because, like, I don't always do one ahead of time. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm running out of time, and then I just kind of go by the seat of my pants. But they, they stand up too, so they would look cute sitting on a shelf as well. All right, so let me say, see you later, alligator. So isn't that cute? Oh, I need to see, I don't know why I have to have 100 packs of everything, but I need to see if I can get more of those boxes, or I'll just wait. Just wait, Diana. You don't need them all right now. Okay. But they are cute. They come in an 8-pack. And I just love, they're so easy to fold. I love, it took that ink perfectly. I just used the mask. You can stamp on them. You can leave them plain. You could spritz them probably. They're just really, really cute. And I love the scalloped blooms because it goes perfect with it. And this has some really cute shapes in there. So I think that will be a really popular die, because some of the scallops, see, I wasn't sure what size, so I just stuck that in there because that was too small. So some of them have stitching and some don't. So the one I used has, the little tiny stitches. You know me, I love anything with stitches on it. All right, so I'm gonna let you go so I can get the video uploaded and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions at all, make sure you holler at me. Otherwise, I'll see you Friday, fingers crossed, at 3 o'clock, Arizona time, same channel. Have a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.